Hey nesters, welcome back to Nesting Haven. Today I'm sharing a Goodwill Thrift Haul. I was excited to be able to go back for the first time to my regular Goodwill. It has now reopened and I'm very excited that we're able to get back out and do some thrift shopping. Definitely my favorite pastime. And so I found a few things to keep for myself and several things to resell as I normally do. So I'm going to go ahead and share those with you now. The first things I found were these really cool glasses. So there's a set of 4. They look like this. They all have different color bottoms to them. I would call this a Margarita Glass. I think that, looks about the size right here. But yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. Wait until you see the colors to them. So we have the green and blue. And then we have this orange one and the purple. Aren't those so fun? I couldn't leave these behind. I thought they were great. They only had these marked for $3 for the entire set of 4. I couldn't believe it. And these will be listed up on my eBay. The next thing I found was this really neat lidded jar here in this beautiful green. And this was only marked $2. It has a nice tight seal to it. So I thought that was pretty great. This was actually made in Belgium, which was kind of interesting to me. It is marked on the bottom here. You guys can make that out, but yeah, I thought this was a really cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to store in it, but I do collect green glassware and I thought that was too fun to leave behind. The next thing I picked up was this really cool ring holder. It has the Eiffel Tower on it, so you would set your rings there and you can put some earrings down here probably. You can maybe even hold some bracelets if you put it, to start there. But yeah, it's just a little jewelry dish here. This is actually from Anthropologie. I was kind of surprised to see that tag on it. It just had a little bit of the sticker tag left. It's put out by Molly Hatch, I guess. And I know Anthropologie is a really good brand, but again, I didn't even see that. I had the Goodwill tag over it, so that was just a lucky find anyway. But yeah, this will be going up on my eBay as well. So back to something that I am going to keep is this right here. It's a nice little plastic wall decor piece. It's pansies, I believe is the flower type. And I just like the cute size to it. I definitely collect a lot of floral things, so it's right up my alley there. It is marked, it's Roman numerals, I believe it's 1995, the XCV there. And it is put out by Burwood. So a lot of times either these plastic, vintage plastic pieces are either Burwood or Homeco a lot of times. So I always really like these kind of pieces, usually pick them up when I see them, and they're really good sellers for me as well. So I do like to usually just pick up the vintage items, but I find fun modern things a lot as well. And since I do sell on eBay now, I've been trying to switch over for the most part. I still do like to sell on Etsy, and I'm going to just try to keep the all vintage stuff over there, and everything else that I kind of find that is neat, I'm going to go ahead and put it up on eBay. But I found these really cool peacock plates. I could not leave these behind. I always think peacocks are really beautiful. I had a friend that did her wedding in all peacock colored themed, and I mean, it was gorgeous, the thing she came up with. So I really thought these are great. These are put out by Ciroa. It's C-I-R-O-A. I'm not familiar with the company, but it is a modern piece. These are dishwasher, microwave, oven, and freezer safe. So very modern, but absolutely gorgeous little snack plate here. Goodwill only had $2 for the entire set of 4. I was very surprised. But yeah, those are going to be listed up on my eBay as well. Okay, so back to something I found for myself to keep. I like to collect the vintage Gemco pieces that are like this. I particularly like the nut, the nut choppers. They have a little, colorful tops on them that you can push down to chop things. And I do like the juicers. I don't often find these in good condition, so I think I might only have one other one, but a lot of times the plastic is pretty worn down on it. This has a little bit of roughness around the edge, but the main, piece where you would kind of put it down, like the lemon or the orange, and kind of twist it to get the juice, is still pretty good. So I don't have any worries or issues of, banged up plastic there. I just think it's really gorgeous. I love the Gemco pieces. They're just bright and colorful, definitely up my alley. And this only cost me $2. So this pattern here is something I wasn't familiar with when I saw it, but I thought it was really cool. I love that it had the little bride and groom on it. They did have a set of 4 sitting on the shelf. They were marked 2 for $1. Unfortunately, one was chipped pretty badly, so I just opted to get the other set that was in good condition. And this is put out by Villeroy and Boch. There's a lot of items that sell for good money by Villeroy and Boch, so that is a company, if you are a reseller, you want to look out for there. That's what it looks like. This is a wedding design is the name of it. And yeah, this particular pattern, I didn't see any mugs like this on eBay for solds or anything, but I did see a lot of plates in this particular design and they were selling pretty good. And I think when I saw a few cups and saucers that were a little bit different, they're more like teacup size. But yeah, I think these will go pretty good on eBay, you know, just based on what the pattern in general does. But yeah, I think that was a really good find. So now back to something that I'm actually keeping. I found this really pretty sweater here. I really love to wear polka dots. I don't see them too often. I have a couple other shirts that are, one's like a pink blouse and I think the other one's like black and white. But I really like this brown and black color. I love the way brown and black looks together. I know a lot of people don't wear them together, but I always think it has look, you know, it's a great look to it. But yeah, this was $6. My Goodwill, I feel like their clothing prices are a little high. They're usually always $6 a piece. And you know, sometimes you can get a discount if you can catch the right color of the day that is half price. I don't think I did this day. I don't remember what the half off price was. But yeah, this was put out by Charter Club, and yeah, it's just a nice little cardigan there. I thought that'd be really cute, and it's not too heavy, so I think it'll be okay to wear on the, you know, chillier nights in the summertime we have here, and will roll into fall pretty nicely as well. So I was happy to find that. This next piece here was marked $3, and I almost missed it. They had all these social distancing signs up in the store and they were kind of taped on the shelves in various places and they were blocking a lot of the stuff out of my way, right? So I almost didn't pick up the sign, but I could kind of see there was some cool stuff behind there. So I picked it up and sure enough, I found this guy here. So it's a vintage Japanese creamer. It has this really neat design there, and the neat thing about it, usually when you see a design, it's usually copied on both sides, right? But it has this here. But on the other side, it actually has daisies. So I thought this was really pretty. And it does have the red and blue, and there's a little bit of green. So it kind of would go with 4th of July, you know, decor. It really is prominent in the red and blue. It is marked on the bottom, Japan. SRG would be the company. Not familiar, but it has daisy stamps, which I assumed is the design name of it. So it's in really good condition. I would say it's probably around mid-century, definitely in the late 50s or 60s there, I would guess. But yeah, it's a great piece. I was tempted to keep it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and list it up on my Etsy store because it is a vintage piece and I'm putting all my vintage over on my Etsy. I did find another shirt for myself. I've been looking for longer sleeves that are lightweight because we do like to do a lot of hiking in the woods and it's just best to kind of cover up as best as you can without, you know, having too many layers that make you hot. So I just got a simple black and white striped shirt here. It is put out by Murano, which I think is maybe Target brand. And yeah, it's just a nice simple black and white shirt. It was $6, but it seemed to be in good condition. So I think that's fine to pay for that and was happy to get it. Next up is a resale item. I found this beautiful art glass Swan dish. So has a pretty deep insert there. It's in this brilliant gold kind of amber glass, and then it has this navy blue fade down through the back of it. So it's very cool. This is what the bottom looks like. It doesn't have any maker on it. I'm not sure who has gone ahead and made it, but it's a really beautiful piece. The tips here do have a little bit of like pinching to them. You know, the natural design, probably when they, you know, had gone ahead and blown the glass, they kind of stretched it, and it has a little bit of Xing through it. So it's just a nice little detail that they added to it. I thought it was a gorgeous piece, and this will be up on my eBay for sale. I found one other clothing item for myself. Again, it's just a plain kind of t-shirt, but it has the 3/4 sleeves, which I also really like. So I think it just makes it look a little bit more dressier than just a t-shirt. So I do like them to have a little bit longer of a sleeve. And it's nice and lightweight. Again, it was $6. I think it's a little pricey for a t-shirt, you know, thrifted t-shirt that's been used, but I was okay with it because I'm having a hard time finding those. This guy here, I almost completely missed. He was on the bottom shelf and I was scanning through real quickly because it was in an aisle that was kind of boring. It's kind of just like plain glassware that, you know, clear glassware is not that exciting, right? You can kind of just do a quick overview and move on. But he was hiding underneath behind some bowls or something. And I kind of just went like that. I'm like, ooh, what is that? So it was a very exciting find there. This is put out by Otagiri. It's a beautiful Japanese teapot in really great condition. It has the Roadrunner on both sides here, so very cute there. I think the Roadrunner is pretty popular in Arizona. I have sold some Roadrunner stuff there before, and yeah, so there's no chipping on the lid, which is great. The inside seems to be all in good condition too. There might be just a tiny little nick there, but it's, you know, it's very small given the age to this piece. The inside's really neat. It has this, I don't know if you guys can quite see it. See, it's kind of like a strainer where the spout, you know, it's attached to the spout there. There's one I saw listed on eBay that had this strainer all busted up in there, so mine is intact. It has maybe just a slight stain from tea. It's just like a little bit of brown. I think it's just, you know, from tea stains. It might come out actually, so I haven't tried yet. So maybe it was just a little bit dirty, but overall it's in really good shape. I only paid $4 for it, and I think I should be able to do really good on that. This piece here I paid $4 for. I had never seen one of these before. It's actually a flower frog, and it's really large. Typically when I think of flower frogs, they're little tiny things, right? They're usually about this big, and they just have, you know, maybe 6 to 9 holes in it. But this is a large one. This is a modern piece as well. It was put out by, what is it, Southern Living at Home. So a pretty new piece, probably from maybe the 90s, early 2000s. But I thought it was still really beautiful, and I thought someone might, you know, enjoy that likes to put out some fresh flowers and stuff like that and make their own bouquets. But yeah, I love the yellow color to it, and I thought it was in really good condition. These sell for around $25 to $35 on eBay, so I would expect to get about the same for this one. This next piece I actually found over in the Christmas section. They were closing the store down. My Goodwill is shutting down 2 hours earlier than they used to. They used to close at 9 and they closed at 7 this night. And I wasn't aware that they were, you know, closing down early, but I guess it's, you know, some kind of curfew we have here right now. But yeah, I found this in the Christmas aisle and I kind of saw it sitting there, and I saw the fake fruit and I was like, I normally don't gravitate towards the fake fruit stuff, but you know, it was just something about it. It looked a little bit more high class, I guess, and I love how it was designed. And then I kind of looked down at the pottery and I was like, that pottery looks really nice. Like, that looks like good quality. So I decided to pick it up and check it out, and sure enough, it was Hull, USA on the bottom there. So only $3 for this guy. I couldn't believe it. He isn't even that dirty. Usually when you get pieces like this, it's caked on with dust and stuff, and I barely see any of that. The first thing I actually initially saw on it was this spider. It might be, maybe it's supposed to be a ladybug, but I kind of thought it was a spider. Let you guys see it and see if you can think if that's a, see if you think that's a spider or a ladybug there. But yeah, they had that put on there for some reason, and it was in the piece. It kind of freaked me. I was like, kind of looking at it for a little bit. I'm like, okay, it's not moving. But that's kind of unusual that that is there. The only issue I really saw on it, and it's not that serious, it looks like it is a little bit of a spike right there. You guys can see that. So something was there, maybe another apple or one of these nuts or something that you could easily fix if you found you know, another big fruit piece to put on there. So I don't think it's really that serious. I don't really think it undervalues it that much. So I think this should be able to go for around $25 or $30 on eBay. It's a great centerpiece. So like I said, this store was shutting down. Normally they used to just announce it over the intercom, like, attention customers, we're closing in 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Please bring your items up front. They just legit started shutting lights off. I was like, what's going on? But I did grab this purse before I got up to the register. And this is brand new. It had a tag on it still. It was put up by Time and True, which I think is a Walmart brand. They had $5 priced on it, and I just liked it. I thought it was a good summer bag size for, you know, going to the beach. And, you know, I'm a mom of 2 little toddlers, so I need a big bag, you know, to bring quite a few things with us, lots of snacks. And so I thought this would be perfect for that. So I did go ahead and grab that for me. Now, I did pick up about, I would say about 10 or so more items that I'm actually going to share with you guys over on my live haul on Wednesday. Not a live haul, my live sale. So I'm doing a live YouTube sale if you guys haven't seen it before. It's where I will show items and I will say a number and you guys can go ahead and type the number in the comments as the live chat is going on. And the first person to put that number in gets the item, and then I can send you an invoice and you can pay that way, just, you know, directly through PayPal. So if that interests you, you know, if you guys don't want to shop on eBay and Etsy, maybe you would be interested in the YouTube live sales. Definitely check that out. Mine is going to be Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So mark it on your calendars, put a, you know, reminder on your phone or something like that. And yeah, I hope you guys do plan to come and check it out. At the very least, you can see what else I ended up picking up at Goodwill today. I'll be in that thrift, I keep wanting to call it a haul, the live sale. And so yeah, it's just a little bit of a haul at the end, I guess, in continuation of this. But there's going to be, I think, about 60 items for sale. So it usually takes about an hour to go through. So if you have nothing to do on Wednesday night and just want to kind of hang out with me and chat and stuff, we can go ahead and do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this thrift haul. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.